Welcome back to Project 128. Today we're going to just take you through a walkthrough, show you our garden area where we do things with our raised beds, our banana circles, our fruit forest area, and also we'll show you where we keep our chickens, what we call our hoop coops. The other side of our property is where we do our hydroponics projects right now, and you've seen some of those in some of our other videos, and we'll do a walkthrough through there. Right now we're in transition. We're about 10 days from the start of winter time, and so the things that grow good in the heat and humidity, right now we've gone ahead and we're changing out and we're moving into the things that like a little bit cooler weather and the stuff that can't take high humidity. So we'll go ahead and show you kind of where our garden's at right now and where we're looking at going with some of our plantings here in the winter time. And the first thing we have, again, we talked about this before, is doing our banana circles. And we have two full ones going. There's the one in here, and then we've got a third started over there towards the coops. And we did lose one of our bananas that was fruiting during Hurricane Matthew, but we got a couple good crops this last year, and not bad because these have only been growing now for just over a year. Apologize for the extra road noise. Over here we have our figs again, and don't know what happened to those, but they lost all their leaves. They're starting to come back, starting to bud pretty good, looking a lot better. We have some sugar cane going. We have various fruit trees in here. We have apple, we have pear, peach. Let's see, what else do we have? We have some Barbados cherry back here. We have a loquat tree. We have some of our cranberry hibiscus, which we love in our salads. That right there is called a custard apple, which was really good, kind of a nice vanilla custard flavor. And we have some citrus in here. We have still one of our squash plants that seems to be growing well. And then over there we have some jackfruit growing. It's in an area we're still clearing on the property. We've got a couple of our olive trees already planted and doing pretty well. And over here is our one hoop coop. There's our Polish hens, and there's our Spitzenhaben over there. Oh, got some eggs in here we'll have to get. And there's the bigger coop back there. These coops really did well during Hurricane Matthew, being the hoops and flexible. We were having some winds. We had gusts around 100, and we had some really heavy, like I said, rain, and they held up great. We didn't lose anything in there. Just get a lot of soggy chickens with the rain that blew in the sides. But they did very well and fared well during Hurricane Matthew. Again, here's our newest banana circle, and we just keep throwing like our compost there in the center to help build up the nitrogen for it. And some other plantings. And then over here is where we have our raised beds. Here we just had a whole bunch of wild rice that we threw in. It's actually doing really well. And we have some okra, and we have some beans. And some of these are what they call those yard-long beans, which are really good. We cut those, and then we just take some scissors and we snip them into smaller portions, about maybe inch long, and cook those up and eat those. They're really good. And again, they do a lot better in the cooler weather here in Central Florida. So that's where we're growing them now. We have some of our papaya over here. Just a whole bunch of different things. And then we just started a couple new raised beds over here, and in this one we have cilantro, we have cabbage, and I'm trying to remember, we planted several different rows of things and starting to get some things up now. We have some bell pepper growing here, Swiss chard, broccoli, and cabbage. And then here's some of the wicking beds. There's one of the wicking pots, sorry. And that's the one there. We have some of our Egyptian walking onions in. We have some blueberries growing over there in that other one. And here's some it's an old apple tree and one of our old citrus trees that are here. But right now that's pretty much where we're at on this side of our property. And like I said, transitioning into winter, come when we get some colder weather, probably January, February, we'll have our heaters out here and have to cover up our bananas. You can see we actually did have some colder nights, so we've had some damage to the banana leaves. So again, once it gets colder, we'll get a few nights where they'll be under freezing, and we'll make sure we cover them up and protect them and put our heaters out and take care of those things. But there we are for now. And again, go ahead and like us if you want. And subscribe to us. We have our Facebook, we have our blog, and if you have questions, please submit your questions. We really enjoy being able to correspond with you and help out in any way. If you have suggestions, go ahead and make your suggestions. And until next time, happy gardening.